This is me at the job that I just quit. I'm behind the registers counting money while my cashier's ring right behind me. Hi, I'm the cashier. I'm literally the best. I'm so understanding and patient. Hi, how are you today? I'm the customer. I'm the worst person you'll ever meet in your life. I'm fine. Puts one singular fake potted plant on the counter. Okay, just that today? Okay, beep. Your total is gonna be $6.99. I'm not buying that! I'm returning that. Oh, I'm so sorry. I had no idea. Let me go ahead and cancel this for you. Beep. Okay, and do you happen to have your receipt? No, I don't have the receipt, and this better not be an issue. Oh, it's not an issue at all. You can return it without the receipt. I just need your driver's license when you get a second. Why do you need that? It's just store policy. If you don't have the receipt, we ask your consent. This is important. It asks for your consent to scan your ID, and it just tracks your return history. It's nothing major. Fine. Begrudgingly hands over identification and also consents to having her ID scanned by the system. This is also important. All right. Process is return. And just so you know, because you don't have the receipt, we can't give you the sales tax back. So you're going to be getting $6.52 on a merchandise credit. No. That is 47 cents short. I am not doing this again. I knew this was going to be a problem. You always do this to me. Are you okay? What's wrong? That is against the law. You legally cannot withhold my sales tax from me. No. This is when I step in, because what the fuck are you yelling at my cashier for, you screaming banshee of a woman? What is going on? I am so sick of you guys doing this and thinking that you can get away with it. I want my sales tax. You legally cannot hold it from me. Ma'am, You do this to me every time. And it's against the law. It actually is super in the law. After 90 days in this state, you are not entitled to a refund of your sales tax for anything that you buy. That is state law. And since you don't have the receipt, we don't know when you bought it. So we don't give you the sales tax back because it could be outside of that 90-day window. This is what they tell me every time. I'm not doing this anymore. This is breaking the law. Just told you the law. That is the law. And then this is our store policy that helps us abide by that law. No. I want the manager. I am the manager. And I'm so sorry. This is our store policy. No. I know how this works. I used to work in retail. Why do they all say that? If that's true, then this is friendly fire. I know you have at least a district manager. I want his phone number right now. I want him on the phone right now. Yeah, I'm not giving you my district manager's phone number, but I'm happy to give you the number for customer care, and you can tell them your story. I start writing it down on a Post-it note. The other managers at other store in other town know how to do it. So why don't you call them so they can teach you how, since you clearly don't know what you're doing? So I don't work for other store in other town. I work for this store. I can't speak for how well that store is following the policy that all of us have to abide by. I am literally paid by the hour to enforce those policies. I don't know. I'm thinking they might just need to train people better, since you clearly have no idea what you're doing. Okay, well, sounds like you've been through this a few times with us now, so you kind of know the drill. I would recommend next time bringing your receipt with you so that you can get reimbursed for the sales tax. In this case, it's only 47 cents. So next time, just make sure you bring that with you. I can't believe this. Over 47 cents. Over 40. Oh, these people always looking around trying to gather an audience. 47 cents. Can you believe it? There's people waiting in line like, just trying to get cash out, just trying to go. And she's like, me. Okay, well, here's that number for customer care. You better write your name down on top of that so I know who to get fired when I tell them who's breaking the law. Okay, will do. I just in really almost illegible cursive, I write my first name on top of the Post-it note and slide it over. And just so you know, you would have been able to handle this if you weren't so fucking incompetent. Okay, well, you have a lovely rest of your day, ma'am. And I leave because there's other people now at the register that need my help. I've been tied up in this far too long. The cashier that was dealing with this was well equipped to handle a woman like this, and actually my presence at the register was making her more upset. So I'm just gonna take myself out of the equation. This woman is just gonna get her merchandise credit and go. The transaction's almost done. I'm out of here. I'm not dealing with it anymore. Goodbye. This is ridiculous. Now she's talking to my cashier. I want that woman's, meaning me, last name. I want her last name right now. I'm now at another register doing something else when my cashier comes up to me and says hey, that woman wants your last name. And I tell her, no. Which, added context, my name tag for this job had my first and last name on it. So in my mind, I'm thinking, if you were too stupid to look at that information while it was right in front of you, you have now lost your chance. And also the fact that you're asking for my last name is super fucking weird. I'm completely identifiable by my first name. So I tell her that. I say, tell her that if she calls customer care, I'm the only Kaylin that works here. They'll know who she's talking about. Okay, the cashier leaves, tells this woman this, comes back to me and says, yeah, she still wants your last name. She says that she feels like unsafe since we have her information and we took her ID earlier and we have her name and address. So she wants that information from you now to like level the playing field. I'm sorry, she wants my address? She didn't say that explicitly, but she definitely wants your last name. Yeah, I'm not giving her that information. You can tell her one more time that I'm identifiable by my first name. I'm the only Kaylin that works here. I'm the only manager with a K name. So it shouldn't be that hard to figure out who she's gonna fire. The cashier went back and told her that. And then the fucking bitch asked for my cashier's first and last name, scribbled it down on her Post-it note, and then went on her merry way. And no one ever called customer care. And actually, I was so annoyed by this. Like, have you ever had a stalker at work? Like, I have. And not all of them were men. I've had women that were just so angered by me that they followed me from job to call and complain. And I'd have to be like, oh, that's fucking Carol. And yeah, that's her real fucking name. Fuck you, Carol. I'm like, I don't want another Carol on my hands. Like, she does not get that information from me. No, thank you. And you might be thinking, why didn't I just kick her out at the first slight amount of yelling? So that's a lot of the comments that I get are like, I would have kicked her out. I'm here to tell you that the reason I didn't kick her out is because the company that I just left was so fucking weird about shit like that. In my opinion, a customer calling me fucking incompetent, abusing everyone, causing a huge scene, and not listening is enough to warrant a permanent ban from that store. But not according to my company. No. In fact, if I had ever done something like that, if I had ever looked a customer in the face at this job, I've done it before, but at this job and said, you are no longer welcome in this establishment, never come back, I would have either gotten in major trouble or I would have been like culturally shunned or like told that I was like a problem person for making that call. And that brings me to my greater issue with corporate America. The policies are designed to piss off the customers. And then on the employee end, the policies are designed to keep the employees from standing up for themselves. And because these crazy people have never learned the art of self-reflection or emotional regulation, they take out all of their anger at the company on the person that's standing right in front of them. And the company knows that. The company knows that the people making minimum fucking wage running the cash register are the people who take the brunt of the abuse from customers, and they don't care. It's not even like the customer's always right. It almost feels like the employee is always wrong. Like, you are always wrong. And even with the name tags, why is it standard for my first and last name to be on my name tag? Like, that is so incredibly invasive and unsafe to me. This customer actually is the reason that I stopped wearing my name tag. When I first started that job, they misspelled my entire first and last name. I was Caitlin. They misspelled everything on my name tag and I kept them, but then I ordered new ones that were correct. I stopped being Kaylin that day and I was Caitlin every day until I quit. I was like, I am never letting this happen again. Corporate America is set up so that the policies piss the customers off, and then the customers get angry at the people in front of them, which are the minimum wage cashiers, and then like the managers who don't make minimum wage, and actually they still don't make enough money, but like it's not enough to be dealing with the regular crazy job and the crazy people. Everyone should be getting paid more. Everyone. The company does not care if you are abused by the customers. They couldn't give less of a shit if they tried. The people that I worked with at this job were amazing. Like individually, the human beings I worked with at this job, I loved them all the way up to the district manager. However, the company sucks so fucking bad. They do not care about the company creating the policies that allow you to be abused by the customers. They don't give a shit. Corporate America, the corporation you work for, doesn't give a shit. If you drop dead on the sales floor at 10 a.m., your job would be posted by noon before next of kin was even notified. And that's why if I have one piece of advice for people working in retail, it is to, at every chance you get, remind the customer that they are angry at the company and not at you. They are mad at the literal law, not at you. And just remember that that company wants you to be mad at the customers and at your coworkers. They'll do everything they can to distract you and pit you against each other so that you don't realize you are being exploited for your labor and underpaid. The shit is fucked all the way to the core. Corporate America is rotten and vile.